It's been a season of ups and downs for your Golden State Warriors, but the Dubs just got some great news, and it's thanks to this guy right here, Gui Santos. We're going to talk about his big performance with the Warriors getting a win on the road on today's show and touch on some injury news. But first, guys, couldn't even be closer than we are right now to 71,000 subscribers for daily Golden State Warriors news, rumors, updates, live shows, and more. Make sure you are subscribed. If you're a diehard Golden State Warriors fan, you're going to love what we got going on this channel. So hit that big red sub button, and we'll get on with today's show as we approach 71,000 subscribers. What's going on, Dub Nation? You're watching Warriors Today by Chat Sports. I'm your host, Tyler Smith, and on today's show, we got to talk about the big-time performance of our guy, Gui Santos. Yes, unlikely hero for Golden State in the road victory over the Detroit Pistons, and quite frankly, a victory that was too close for comfort there down the stretch after the Warriors had a 18-point lead with 5 minutes to go, only ended up winning the game by 3. But let's be honest, I don't think Golden State would have came away with that win if it weren't for the efforts of Gui Santos. I mean, this is a guy who hadn't really seen consistent rotation minutes for Golden State so far this season, and he got a big-time opportunity against the Detroit Pistons, who were really, really hot, right? The Pistons, I believe, had won 8 of their last 9 games, hadn't lost in 2025 so far. Cade Cunningham's been playing at an elite level, and Gui Santos was the total X factor for a Golden State team that really, really needed a spark, right? Like, let's be honest, Golden State has kind of been playing lackadaisical basketball over the past couple of games, and Gui Santos said, screw that, I'm going to turn the tide for a Golden State team that really needs it. He put in 13 points, and keep in mind a career high 26 minutes played, so the biggest opportunity young career so far, and he took total advantage of it. 13 points, 5 boards, 3 of those being offensive rebounds, and he was other plays too where he was diving on the floor and not being credited in the stat sheet, but he was creating other opportunities for a Golden State team, and they were resulting in second chance points. 3 assists. He was getting his teammates involved, scanning the floor, really making some nice plays in the playmaking department. I love it. And, a menace on the defensive end as well. Like, Pesky, not going to be a stick-on-ball defender, but he was getting his hands in there, creating deflections and more opportunities and more possessions for Golden State. 4 of 6 from three-point range. That's really how he got his buckets. And, most of them came in a big second quarter, didn't attempt one in the third, and then, sees an air ball go down in that fourth quarter, but it does not deter him. It gives him the confidence and the ability to go out there, shoot another one, and connect on it. And Gui Santos, he was proud of the performance that he put in because of the work that that he's done leading up to this point and getting a spot in this rotation. Here's what he had to say about the big performance. He said, "I've been working really hard. That's the first game this season that I've been part of the rotation. I'm trying to play as hard as I can on the court, help my teammates get open shots. If I have to crash the rim, I'm going to do it. I'm just trying to do everything I can to help my teammates to get better." I mean, awesome stuff from Gui, and it was a confident night for the guy. Like, he saw this opportunity for himself, and he said, "Screw it, I'm taking advantage of this." He said, there's another quote from after the game, and talking about how he kind of recovered after shooting an air ball for his first 3-point attempts there in the second half. He said, "I was like, yeah, you got to shoot that one. You can't just fake because you shot an air ball. Like, F that, just shoot it." So he was laughing after that, about that after the game. Great to see that, Gui is stepping up to the plate for a Warriors team that kind of needs to be stuck back together, right? They've been falling apart for the most part so far this season, in my opinion, and this could be a guy who could be the glue for Golden State here, where they need to stack up wins with a big-time injury report. Like a laundry list of injuries for Golden State, as Andrew Wiggins, Jonathan Kuminga missed this past game, and Gui Santos stepped up to the plate and took advantage of it. So let me know in the comment section if this is something that the Golden State Warriors should look more into moving forward. Should he see a bigger role in this rotation with Golden State having a bunch of injuries? Should Gui Santos see more playing time? Let me know down in the comment section by typing Y for yes or typing N for no. This will be the pinned comment on today's show, so YouTube's going to throw you a little ad break right here. Go down below while that plays and answer today's pinned comment. I'm saying, why the heck not, man? I mean, Golden State's got to try something. They've been experimenting with different lineups as they faced injury over the past couple of games, and why not give Gui Santos an opportunity if the kid's going to play super hard and make the plays that nobody else wants to and fire up the rest of the team? Because this Golden State team needs some juice, right? Like, they needed somebody to kind of wake them up a little bit, and feels like with the effort plays that Gui Santos had last night, it seems like he's going to put them in a position to do that. And Steve Kerr's taken notice. Here's what he had to say about Gui Santos' performance and what he can do moving forward. He said, "This game is about so much more than whether or not you make or miss a shot. It's defense, it's rebounding, it's hustle, sprinting, Everything you saw Gui do tonight, that's what wins games. And Steve Kerr had more great things to say about Gui right here. He said, we talked before the game about, quote, how many battles can you win? Little battles in the game, like where you create an extra possession for the team. Gui Santos did that all night. He won 1,000,000 battles tonight. He's been waiting all year, and he finally got his chance, and he delivered. That's what this league is about. Assistant coach Ron Adams talks about it all the time. It's a production league. You get your chance, and you have to take advantage of it. And Gui Santos did, man. He like I said before, he made plays that didn't show up in the stat sheet, the box score. He was diving on the floor and then tapped an offensive rebound out to Kyle Anderson, who was credited for it, and the Warriors end up getting a 3 or a layup out of it. I mean, there was another time where he didn't really have positioning for a rebound, but he made the extra effort to tap the ball out and finds Buddy Hield for a wide open 3. Like, he was creating opportunities for this Golden State team, and they needed someone to do that. Like, they needed someone to not play sluggish, to not be the last one to lose balls, to not be putting your head down and pouting when things aren't going your way. Gui Santos kind of went out there and punched the Detroit Pistons in the mouth last night, and that's not something we've seen from the Golden State Warriors as of late. So I'm glad that Gui Santos has stepped up to the plate. I hope that he gets rewarded with more playing time as this season goes on, and as the Warriors really face a bunch of injuries there on the wing. Wiggins out, Kuminga out, Moody, he's still a little bit banged up, GP2 banged up, and Brandon Pajemski banged up. So we'll talk about those injuries actually on the back half of today's show. I think Steph is seeing a little bit of wear and tear over this long season. We'll dive into that injury as well as all the other ones on Golden State's long report. But first, I got to give a major shout out to today's sponsor, and that's Prize Picks. Prize Picks is America's #1 daily fantasy sports platform with over 10 million active members, including yours truly. I was a customer of Prize Picks way before they were even a sponsor here at Chat Sports because it's just so much fun to play. All you guys got to do is pick a lineup of 2 to 6 player stat projections and just pick more or less. And Prize Picks is always trying to hook up with incredible deals. So if you sign up and use our promo code CLNS, you get $50 instantly when you play your first $5 lineup. You don't even have to win to receive the $50. It's guaranteed. I'll show you guys an example of how I like to play Prize Picks. They actually have season-long projections before the basketball season even begins. This is what I had for the 2024-25 campaign. I had Steph more than 26.5 points per game. Going to have to get those numbers up a little bit if I want a chance in this entry. Zachary Rizache, less than 10.3 points per game. He's actually very close there. So, I mean, maybe I'm got to sip a little bit of haterade for Zachary Rizache the rest of this season. And then Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is currently more than 30.5 points per game this season. So you can take my picks. You can fade my picks. Just make sure you go and do it at Prize Picks. Download the Prize Picks app today. Use that promo code CLNS when you download the app for $50 instantly when you place your first $5 entry. You don't even need to win to receive the $50. It's guaranteed. Prize Picks. Run your game. All right, we got to get to this long laundry list of Warriors injuries here. As Anthony Slater gave us the skinny on what's going on for tonight's game against the Indiana Pacers. He said Steph Curry, knee, and Draymond Green, back, are both out tonight in Indianapolis. More so rest, in my opinion, because the injury that Steph was talking about after the game was not the knee. We'll talk about that in just a second. Both out tonight in Indianapolis, missing the second night of a back-to-back. Warriors also without Andrew Wiggins, Jonathan Kuminga, Brandon Pajemski, and Gary Payton II. So they are thin on the wing and in the backcourt. Golden State's going to have to see more guys like Gui Santos step up tonight. Is Lindy Waters going to have a solid performance again? We need that. Like Moses Moody, is he going to see a big-time role tonight in his first game back from a knee injury? He's expected to return to the lineup, and likely he'll see a big-time minutes in this game with Pajemski, Payton, Steph all out. Maybe we'll see Gui Santos get another career high in minutes played. I like to see that as well. As far as the Jonathan Kuminga injury goes right now, we're not going to see him anytime soon, let's be quite honest. He's going to get reevaluated in about 2.5 weeks here from this right ankle sprain, and he's out off the crutches, fortunately, but unfortunately, he is in a walking boot, and it has a little bit of a limp. I saw some video of him walking around the Chase Center yesterday. He is off crutches, but he's going to miss some more extended time here as the end of the season, as we're like in the meat and the potatoes of the season with the trade deadline coming around. Scary times. Golden State has already stated, though, they do not want to trade Jonathan Kuminga, and I think that's a good thing right now. He's playing the best basketball of his career over this past 10 games played. So hopefully Jonathan Kuminga can come back sooner rather than later, and that reevaluation goes really nicely in a few weeks here because the Warriors are going to need him back. They need a scoring punch, no doubt. Steph's injury for the Indiana game, is designated as a knee injury, but he actually said in the postgame yesterday that he sprained his thumb 4 games ago. And, I don't think this is something to necessarily worry about, but he said it was bothering him, and he said it's something that he'll play through, but it's just one of those annoying things. I want to see what he said 4 games ago, right? So, like, I wanted to see what his stats were looking like during that stretch, and they were actually pretty solid. Like, 23 points per game on 43% shooting from distance. Like, it doesn't seem to be affecting his shot. However, he is averaging 3.5 assists over that stretch, so not getting a ton of teammates involved, to be fair. Golden State, the supporting cast isn't making a lot of their open shots over that stretch, but he's averaging 2.8 turnovers as well, so close to a 1.5 assist to turnover ratio. Not great from Steph, so maybe he's having a little bit of trouble controlling the basketball. Golden State needs to get healthy at the end of the day, man, because they have a lot of wins to stack up. They're hovering around 500. You want to get yourself a couple extra wins to get your head above water a little bit more going into the trade deadline. So the Golden State front office really feels confident going into that trade deadline and really trying to be aggressive buyers because they'll believe that they can compete this year and they can contend in the Western Conference. Golden State needs to get much healthier than they are right now. And, let's send good vibes to them right now. If you want to see the Warriors healthy and back on track like they were at the beginning of this season, hit that thumbs up icon on today's video. Can we get 400 likes on today's show? That would show me that you guys, Dub Nation, you're still bought into this season and ready for Golden State to kind of right their wrongs like they've had this season. So hit that thumbs up icon on today's show if you want to see Golden State get healthy. Just as we close today's show, I wanted to touch on a couple things from the game. Golden State had a bad shooting night from Steph. He went 5 of 21 from the floor. Buddy Hield stepped up big time. So, you're getting the inconsistent, streaky shooting of Buddy Hield, but it's great to see him knock down a bunch on the road there. I think he had 5 threes. Gui Santos, obviously, we talked about the whole front half of the show. He was phenomenal. And then, you had a good game from Schroeder. You had a good game from Lindy Waters. Like, TJD's been doing his thing. Draymond played solid as well, but you really can't let that comeback like you let happen in the fourth quarter happen last night. Kate Cunningham kind of just took the whole Warriors team to school, and let's be honest, without GP2 in the lineup, like that's somebody that is a tough guard for Golden State. Big, physical point guard, can see over the defense. Like he is a very talented basketball player, but like that's kind of the going rate in today's NBA. You're gonna have to guard the Cade Cunninghams. You're gonna have to guard the Shai Gilgeous-Alexanders. A lot of these big guards that are a tough ask for Golden State when they don't have their best on-ball defenders and their best point of attack guys. You've lost Anthony Melton. You've lost GP2 for now. Golden State's going to have to see some defensive reinforcements here. Maybe we see Gui Santos. I don't know. I got to get his name right. Gui Santos, the Brazilian blur, get more time, and we'll see if that makes a positive impact on Golden State moving forward. I'm excited for where this season goes, man. If we're going to get these spot performances from guys like Lindy Waters, guys like Gui Santos, where they're injecting a little bit of life into this Warriors team that's, quite frankly, looks lifeless over the past couple. So if you guys want more Golden State Warriors content, make sure you are subscribed to the channel, youtube.com/WarriorsTV. We're 15 subs away from 71,000 here on the show, so help us get there for daily Golden State Warriors news, rumors, and updates. You'll find them right here at Warriors Today. Hit that sub button. We'll see you in the next one. Let's go, Dubs.